Hey, what's up guys? It's Jordan from TeasersBooks, and today I'm going to be doing my November TBR. I said that weird, but I don't really care. Okay. So far this month, I've already managed to read quite a bit, and I'm hoping to read even more in the rest of the month. School's finally starting to settle down, and I really hope that I can start reading a bunch because I want to finish 65 books by the end of the year. I'm currently on my 60th. And I know I can finish 65, maybe 70. That 70 would be even better. Let's see what I've already read and what I plan to read in November. So the first book I already read, and that is A Step Toward Falling by Cami McGovern. I received this from my local bookstore to review, and the book is already out actually. It came out in October. This book is about a girl and a guy who see a girl with a disability being hurt, and they do nothing to stop it. They do nothing to stop the person that's hurting her, and so they are sentenced to community service hours at a disability class. I really enjoyed the message behind this book. I did not think that the plot was all that gripping, but I do think that it was very much worth the read, and it was very different from any other contemporary that I read that was YA. It didn't just focus on the romance, it also focused on the friendships between all of the characters, as well as the message behind it and all the different things that have to do with people with disabilities and people with mental health issues. I just can't wait to read more from Cami McGovern. I really liked her writing style, and I think I gave this 3.5 or 4 out of 5 stars, something like that. It was not my favorite book, and it definitely wouldn't be something I'd immediately think of to recommend. I do think it's a good thing to pick up and read. It has a good message. And the next little novella that I read was Elixir by Jennifer Armentrout. This is a Covenant novel. This is basically a little short summary of what happens in between the third and fourth book. So you can read the third and go into the fourth without having to read this, but it just kind of gives you a detailed explanation as to what really happens that puts them where they start in Napoleon. I did enjoy this. I think everyone should read it. I think it's really worthwhile. I think if you don't read it, you don't get the full experience that you would if you just skipped this. It's also told from Aiden's point of view, and I've never, they don't show anything in the books from Aiden's point of view, so I really enjoyed that. I think I gave this 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. I don't really remember. And the next book I read super early because I got it on the 4th, even though it came out on the 10th, which was yesterday, and I already finished it, and I finished it in 2 days, and it's 5 out of 5 stars, and it was so good, and that is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. This book is about a girl named Fallen who meets this boy named Ben one time when she's talking with her dad in a restaurant, and the boy Ben decides to come into the booth and pretend to be her boyfriend to get her father to kind of lay off. And they kind of build this bond, and they decide that every year on November 9th they're going to meet each other, and they don't have any contact with each other for the rest of the time. This is the only day they're allowed to talk to each other and see each other, and they can do that for 5 years, and if they still are interested in each other after 5 years, then they can see where things go. Really love the concept behind this. I do find it completely insane, but also really believable. I love how you just read on the days that were November 9th. You didn't read any other time, and I loved that. So yes, I would definitely recommend reading this, but I would recommend reading her other books first because there's a reason that you should, and I'm not going to say why because it's spoilery, but I do think you should read her other books before reading this. Start and just read the other ones and then go to this one because it'll be worth it and you'll get a better experience if you read it in this order. I don't know why I'm talking so much about how I feel about the books because I'm just gonna have to do it again in my wrap up, but whatever. And the next book, which I'm actually almost done, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight or by the end of the weekend or whatever, and that is Apollyon, which is the 4th book in the Covenant series by Jennifer Armentrout. I'm enjoying this so far, and I'm really hoping I can finish soon. The Covenant series is about Greek mythology, and it's about 2 different races. So there's the Pures and the Halves, and the Pures kind of rule over the Halves, and the Halves either can go into slavery or they can be in the army, and you don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, that's basically the gist of the world, and I highly recommend it, especially if you like Jennifer Armentrout's writing. This is a very good story by her. Some other books that I want to get to are Sentinel by Jennifer Armentrout. This is the 5th and final, I believe, in the Covenant series, and I just want to finish this series just so I can find out what happens, so I definitely want to get to this one. Another book that I want to get to, well, I kind of have to get to it since it's for school, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and I have to read this for the part 2 of my ISU, so I have to compare The Help and this one together at the end of the semester, and I'm not too sure what this is about. Something about law and defending this young girl who's black and stuff, and that's all I really know, and hopefully it's pretty good. Hopefully I enjoy it, because it's gonna suck if I don't. And the last book that I want to try to get to in the month of November is Illuminae. This is the Booksplosion book of the month, and I'm very excited to read it because I haven't read a book with Booksplosion since Black Ice, and I hated Black Ice, so I'm very nervous because I really want to enjoy this one. I've only heard good things, and this is an art copy I received, and it's the most beautiful art I will ever have the privilege to own because it's amazing. I don't even know what this is about. I just know it's sci-fi, and I'm very excited, and yeah, I just can't wait to read it and then tune in for the live show at the end of the month. And the last book I kind of want to mention, I don't know if I'll read it or not, but I got an email from this girl named Linnea Burke. She comments on a few of my videos, and I really, really appreciate that because she comments on a lot of my videos and is very active on my channel. And she sent an email saying her friend who runs a blog, I'll put both of their blogs down below by the way, saying that she has a traveling book of the copy of I'll Give You the Sun by Janie Nelson. And a traveling book is basically you send a book to someone, and you, while you're reading, you write stuff in the sidelines and what you think and do drawings and everything, and then when you're done you pass it on to someone else, and it just goes all over the world. And so I'm getting the book from her friend, and I'm very excited to read it. I'm going to read it, and I'm probably going to pass it on to my friend Hannah, and then hopefully send it on to another booktuber so it can go to a bunch of different places, because that'd be really, really cool. I'm hoping I can read that one this month as well. So that's it for my November TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, you can follow me on my Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and my blog. I'll put all the links down below. Thanks for watching, and keep on reading, guys. Bye!